th- there's a lot of every single time I come back here, there's always so much mess everywhere. Anyway, how are you guys doing? We're back. We're downstairs this time, okay? And why is this jumping around? Hold on. I am here to do a reaction video. Right. Okay, it's been a minute. Anyway, SHINee came back with their new album, Don't Call Me, okay? And they have the single, Don't Call Me, and it's a bop. I love it. My God, it's amazing. Looked at the I looked at the music video. The music video is fire. Oh my God. I'm sorry. Okay, so they are the second K-pop artist that I ever discovered. The first was Girls' Generation. And then when I got into Girls' Generation, obviously, since they're under the same company, SM Entertainment, since they're in the same company, I mean, I was recommended to them, and then I discovered FX, and then FX kind of just became my favorite. But SHINee has always been it for me. Before we had BTS, Monsta X, EXO, before we had those guys, you know, kind of running things right now, we had SHINee. And SHINee was coming up at a time before we had access to all of the stuff that we have now. They set a lot of trends for a lot of these guy groups, for a lot of these groups in general that we have now. They set a lot of trends. I know that they're like, you know how we have the practice videos? We look at Blackpink and we look at BTS's like practice videos or dance practice videos. SHINee was one of the first artists that actually went viral with their dance practice video of Lucifer back in like 2011. Was that 2011? When did Lucifer come out? Ooh, I'm not a real Shawl. Please don't at me. But yes, I think it was, no, it was before that. Because I discovered, yes. Was it before that? It was 2010, I think. I know I was in high school, okay, and it was when I first discovered K-pop and like, you know. So either way, their dance practice video of Lucifer was one of the first to go viral, and it's the reason why like many more artists started to post their practice videos for public consumption because people liked seeing them, you know, just in regular street clothes, you know, just practicing. Like, and the practice looked just as good as live performances, if not better sometimes, you know. It's always very interesting to see the development stages of your favorite artists. So that's the reason why they started to do that a lot more. They set a lot of trends in fashion. I mean, SHINee was one of the first groups that I remember because, like, before them we had like Super Junior and Shinhwa, and they most of the time kept it very safe. You know, none of their concepts went out of the scope of, you know, we're like, you know, very very super masculine and let's wear suits on stage and whatever, or let's, you know, be like, you know, revealing with the abs and the chest and stuff like that. You know, but SHINee, you know, they actually took a lot of chances, a lot of risks with their fashion choices, which I loved because then we got an influx of other male groups doing this, where they would wear the low cut shirt, where they would wear the heel and the boot, where they would wear the really tight, you know, pants that had rips all across them. You see their whole thigh and stuff. You know, they weren't really doing that to the bright colors, the pinks and the oranges and stuff. And then, of course, with their choreography, it was very much involved with each other. Like, they were like extensions of that's one thing that I always kind of noticed. And then their choreography was so complex. Like that's the reason why too, because the dance for Lucifer specifically was so complex. It was so difficult. The tutting in the beginning and the formation changes, the way that they fed off of each other, they were like extensions of each other. So SHINee really did set the bar very, very high for every single male K-pop group that came out after them. But anyway, let's get into this. We're watching the performance. Okay, that's also another thing about them. They are known for their performances. Majority of the time, they're lip syncing their debut stage, and no, they sang live on their debut stage. That almost never happened before, and it happens a lot more now because they really did again set the bar very high. I can gush about them all day, but again, let's get into this video. En 3, 2, 1. Of course, Kenzie.
Check this out, y'all. I don't want you back, don't call me.
Look at Key.
Keep saying next time, don't say in your life.
Uh-huh.
깊어진 지루하게 매일 It's a calling.
Come on, Taemin. Ah! I'm loving those boots. Hold on. Hey. I want a pair. You see, this is what I mean. Like, every time that they step up on a stage and they perform, or they're do a music video, the visuals are always so good, and like their outfits, I always like, they are the ones that actually inspired me to start doing a lot more when it came to fashion. Like, I would always wear the same kinds of like colors and styles and stuff, you know, but they got me more into trying new things and trying new patterns and styles out. So listen, they're inspiration. Inspiration. Go ahead, Montel. Yes, he is always serving. Go ahead, Minho. Come on, that's my bias. You look. To see how he has one long sleeve under the sweater vest, one long sleeve, and then he has the other side cut off. See, stuff like that. Dudes don't be doing stuff like that. They were not doing stuff like that. When they first came out, they came out in 2008. When they first came out, not a lot of guys were doing stuff like that in the industry. So for me, it was just, it really just opened it up. Obviously, they're not the first ones to do it. Obvious. Come on. We know like one of the first like male artists to set like fashion trends for men was Prince, obviously. But I'm saying like when it came down to my generation and how I was growing up, when I looked around at all the other male artists that we had at the time, not too many of them were doing stuff like this. You know what I mean? It just wasn't happening. That's the reason why I got into K-pop, because of the visual prowess. Anyway, let's continue. I'm sorry I keep on stopping. I just have to highlight certain things. What is that tie? Listen, Onyu, my favorite. He's always been my favorite. His voice is just like, it's like so smooth. Ugh. Go ahead. They look so good. They still look so good. Oh. Come on. Do you hear them? Do you hear the voices? Oh, look at how he works the camera. Minho is dangerous, I'm telling you. Yeah, oh, you saw the way he moved? Hold on. See, Taemin, and I love the growth, because when Taemin first started, he didn't really have a lot of singing parts. You know, he wasn't the singer. We had Onyu, we had Jeongyeon, rest in peace. We had Jeongyeon and we had Onyu, and they were the lead singers, and then Key kind of was like there with them, whatever. But Taemin didn't get a lot of singing. He just had like the lead when he was, look at that in the back. Minho is back, and I guess they have pictures for all of them in the back. I just realized that. You see, you find out a lot when you actually pause and look and see things. Like, I don't like it when people say, "Oh, why are you always pausing?" I pause so I can actually point out things as I see them, so I don't forget later. So I don't really have to have a long ass review at the end and then have to go back and see what the hell I missed. No, I want to see it now. The way he just smoothly, but Taemin, he really did like turn it around, and it was right around the time of Why So Serious, where he really stepped up and started singing a lot more, and then we got a lot more good Taemin vocal moments. Taemin now is actually on par with the rest of them vocally, and I'm just like, yes, come on. I love the way he smoothly, like, one of the best. Oh, go ahead, baby. Yes, Onya. Hey, the swag. Go ahead.
Get over here and waste my time. Look at my logic. Where the heck you come?
Hey. Ooh. Ooh. Hey. Go on you, yes. This is what veterans look like. Yes. For the next call.
Sorry, and the boy got told this.
Yo. Okay. Wait a minute. Who was on up here? Oh. See, we are not worthy. See, and that's another thing. They also can do other things. They can play instruments too. Some of them can play instruments. Are you serious? What? Get out of here. A lot of your faves could never. Period. Do you hear like Minho's low ass? I mean, compared to everybody else, Minho has a deep tone when he speaks. No. Like, come on. Yes. The grit. Do you hear on you? Period. Look at the way they walked off. Like, we did that. They really. Oh, come on. Come on. They don't. Somebody commented, and this is one of the top comments. Honestly, when idols come from the army, they look like uncles, but SHINee is still. They are. They did not miss a beat. And they still look good. They still look as good as they did a few years ago when they had Story of Light. They still look that good. They still look as good as when they first debuted, even better. It's crazy. And the talent has not gone anywhere. They got it together for this comeback. They said, we're not playing with y'all. Okay. We're going to come back and we're going to show y'all how it's done. And they did. Period. I don't have anything else to say, but phenomenal. Like they're giving us a lot to eat right now, and I'm full, but I still want to eat. Like, it's crazy. I'm full, but I still want to eat. Like, I'm gonna be obese with as much, like, I need more content. Like, I want it. I want it. So my favorites on Don't Call Me are obviously Don't Call Me. I mean, you can't go wrong. Code. Kiss Kiss. Ooh, Kiss Kiss. La la la. Kiss Kiss and Body Rhythm. I like the whole entire album. I do, but like the ones that I find myself listening to the most are Don't Call Me, Code, Kiss Kiss, and Body Rhythm. And I just like the little, like, the little like reggae kind of feel that it has. So that's just that on that. But the entire album is actually really good. I am expecting a repackaged version with like more tracks, like bonus tracks, like they always do. This is not the end, just so you know. There's always usually two parts to a SHINee comeback. Most of SM is usually like a repackaged version of the album that has more songs on it that wasn't released with the original version of the album. So we will most likely be getting a repackage. I haven't been catching up with the news and stuff regarding, because I've been out of the K-pop ring for so long. So I don't really know exactly what's going on with the rollout. but I can in my mind safely say like there is going to be more coming. But anyway, that is going to be it for this video. There's nothing else I really have to say about their bit. Is that a phenomenal performance? I did not see anything wrong with it. Their voices sounded amazing. My God, the fact that they're able to still give a performance this good after so many years. They came out. It's been how long now? 13 years. They came out in 2008. That's 13 years ago. I mean, come on. You can't. There is nothing that you can say about them except phenomenal. That's it. I hope everybody has a great day. Please make sure you're following my social media and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this one. All right, everybody take care. Bye.